let's get on the bandwagon and help her out, make her life a little bit easier, because she is helping all of us.
Listening to Lisa Bluder speak in these interviews, in these press conferences, it allowed us to feel a sense of, you know what? Caitlin Clark has some strong people in her corner. And if not, Lisa Bluder definitely is a strong figure in that corner.
Let's unite to lend support and make her life a bit easier, as she's been a significant help to all of us. Listening to Lisa Bluder speak in interviews and press conferences instills confidence that Caitlin Clark has strong support around her. And if not anyone else, Lisa Bluder has certainly been a formidable figure in her corner.
Bluder was the coach for Caitlin Clark and obviously had the front row seat, if you will, and helped shape what has become this phenomenon.
Imagine being the most talked about player in WNBA history, smashing viewership records, driving ticket sales, contributing to over a quarter of the league's revenue, and breaking 62 records. One would expect universal celebration, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. Caitlin Clark, despite her unprecedented achievements, faces criticism from those you would assume to be her strongest supporters. From her college basketball fame to her unexpected journey in the WNBA, Clark's rise has taken an intriguing turn. Yet, amidst the clamor, Lisa Bluder has stepped forward to defend her former player, addressing the unwarranted criticism and shedding light on the future of women's basketball.
The greatest women's player there ever was? Maybe it's debatable, but at the very least, she'll be in that debate forever. Her now famous Hawkeye jersey was 2 2s, but she was one of one.
Bluder, who coached Caitlin Clark and witnessed her incredible evolution firsthand, was instrumental in shaping what Clark has become, a basketball phenomenon. Clark's journey from Iowa to the WNBA draft was extraordinary. Over her college career, she averaged 28.4 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. Her explosive style of play, highlighted by deep three-pointers and no-look passes, made her a must-watch player. Unsurprisingly, Iowa's games were sold out during her final season.
Bringing more and more fans to this league, people that have maybe never watched the WNBA before, and it kind of takes your breath away at point.
Transition to the WNBA only amplified her impact. Caitlin Clark has been breaking records, drawing massive crowds and bringing fresh eyes to women's basketball. Her performances not only captivate seasoned fans, but also attract new audiences unfamiliar with the WNBA. In her rookie season, she led the Fever to their first playoff appearance in nearly a decade, brought in record-break attendance, and won accolades such as WNBA Rookie of the Year, a spot on the All-WNBA First Team, and Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year.
Such an incredible moment on a global scale for our game, for our players. It's like the fans are absolutely incredible. It's the same when we go on the road. Like there's so many people that are showing up in Fever gear. It's really affecting, teams all across our league, which is a really great thing. And, really, I think we're just scratching the surface.
However, this success hasn't come without controversy. While being named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year should have been a celebratory moment, it sparked debates. Critics, including Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson, voiced concerns about the singular focus on Clark. Johnson argued that the WNBA's success stems from collective efforts, not just one player. She also highlighted systemic issues, noting the lack of recognition for players of color despite their comparable talent.
Time Magazine names Iowa's Caitlin Clark Athlete of the Year. Clark follows Lionel Messi, Aaron Judge, and Simone Biles. No unbiased person sees this as a controversial choice.
The backlash has opened broader discussions about visibility, acknowledgement, and fairness in women's basketball. While critics questioned whether focusing on one-star players detracts from the league's collective accomplishments, Caitlin Clark responded with remarkable poise, expressing gratitude for her journey and emphasizing her earned achievements.
Well, Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson tells CNN it's race. Johnson suggests putting the whole league on the Time cover could have prevented hard feelings.
In the midst of this, Lisa Bluder emerged as a key voice of support. Bluder, who has been with Clark since her high school days, praised her ability to handle adversity with grace and maturity. She defended Clark's accomplishments and emphasized the importance of unity in the basketball community, ensuring that moments of success are celebrated collectively, while respecting individual contributions.
Clark elevated a 28-year-old league to relevance it had never approached. You would think that would be appreciated, especially by an owner who had nearly a third of her team's home attendance come from 2 Fever games.
Through it all, Caitlin Clark's journey is not just about breaking records, but also about navigating the challenges that come with success. Her story serves as a testament to resilience, teamwork, and the evolving narrative of women's basketball.
How you feel or how you respond to some of those criticisms when you have to deal with something that it's really not your problem. Like, I feel like it's them looking in a mirror a little bit, but it still comes down on your shoulders.
I feel like I always have had really good perspective on everything that's kind of happened in my life, whether that's been good, whether that's been bad. And then obviously coming to the WNBA, like I've said, I feel like I've earned every single thing that's happened to me over the course of my career.
Before Caitlin Clark became a household name, her journey was shaped by moments of determination and support from key figures like Lisa Bluder. In a recent interview, Bluder addressed the wave of criticism aimed at Clark and didn't shy away from calling out the injustice. As the backlash intensified, Bluder stood up with a bold and unwavering defense, challenging the basketball community to reevaluate its perspective on Clark and her contributions.
We got to start with one of your other, I guess, maybe, previous daughters, top athletes from Iowa. Of course, I'm talking about Caitlin Clark. Wow is all I can say. I mean, I can't imagine what the last 12 months have been like for her, but it seems like she handles every single piece of adversity thrown her way with poise and class. So in your opinion, how do you feel like she's handled it all, and have you had a chance to speak with her much?
Bluder spoke about her ongoing connection with Clark, mentioning their texts during Iowa Hawkeye games, and emphasized how Clark, at just 22 years old, has handled the immense pressure with remarkable composure. Despite being named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year and facing challenges from all angles, Clark has managed to stay focused and grounded.
And after hearing the nonsense, Lisa Bluder, in the most recent interview she's given, speaks about that.
Bluder's insights extend beyond Clark's individual brilliance. She sees her as a transformative figure for women's sports. Clark's achievements have not only brought her personal acclaim, but also elevated the visibility of women's basketball, attracting new audiences and shining a brighter spotlight on the game. Bluder acknowledged that with increased attention comes criticism, but emphasized the importance of staying focused and maintaining perspective, a mindset deeply ingrained during Clark's time at Iowa.
I get to speak with her, absolutely. Sometimes during games, we'll text each other and talk about how the game flow is going, the Iowa Hawkeye games are going, but no, I think she's handled this unbelievably. You forget sometimes, this is a 22-year-old, right? She's been named Time Female or Athlete of the Year and has had all kinds of things coming at her from all different types of directions.
Drawing a compelling comparison, Bluder likened Clark's impact on basketball to that of Billie Jean King's influence on tennis. She highlighted how Clark isn't merely excelling as a player, she's changing the narrative for women's sports, challenging norms, and setting new standards, both on and off the court. For Bluder, the idea of anyone detracting from Clark's achievements was incomprehensible. She described Clark as someone who has advanced women's sports in ways comparable to Billie Jean King, urging the community to rally behind her.
It's silly to me that anybody's trying to take away from something that's so good in your sport right now. I mean, this is a person that's really helped athletics, helped women's sport in a way that nobody has helped women's sports maybe since Billie Jean King. So let's get on the bandwagon and help her out, make her life a little bit easier, because she is helping all of us.
Bluder didn't stop at defending Clark. She also addressed criticisms like those from Sheila Johnson, who argued for a broader recognition of the WNBA rather than focusing on Clark alone. In response, Bluder pointed out that when Clark's star shines, it reflects positively on everyone involved in the sport. Her message was clear. Unity and support for individual success can lead to collective growth for women's basketball as a whole.
With that publicity becomes some haters always, and that's unfortunate. But we really work hard at Iowa on putting the blinders on and just being able to be very tunnel visioned, and I think it's helping her right now.
Bluder also shared an anecdote that shed light on Clark's leadership during her time at Iowa. She recounted how Clark instilled belief in her teammates, inspiring them to strive for a Final Four appearance. This wasn't just about Clark's exceptional talent, but also about her ability to uplift and motivate those around her, fostering a culture of confidence and ambition.
She's really goal-driven, and so if she thinks something's going to help her achieve the success, that team success, she's all on board. It was really easy keeping her focused on the prize.
Through her words, Lisa Bluder delivered a powerful reminder. Caitlin Clark's success is not a threat, but an opportunity for the entire sport. Her achievements pave the way for future growth, and embracing her contributions can propel women's basketball to new heights.
And I think her family, her parents are really good. They kept her grounded. So it really wasn't that hard of a challenge for us. We all knew what we wanted to do, and we tried to eliminate a lot of those outside distractions and focus on what we were doing, and that was trying to get try to get back to the Final Four and win a national championship.
Caitlin Clark's leadership and ability to inspire those around her to aim higher and achieve more have been defining aspects of her journey. Highly goal-driven, Clark fully commits to anything she believes will lead to team success. Keeping her focused on the ultimate prize was never a challenge, as she consistently demonstrated a relentless determination to excel.
If this is what Lisa Bluder told Caitlin Clark, if some sentiment similar to this, calming the situation, Lisa Bluder's a class act. Continues to show she's a class act, and continues to earn the respect of so many people. She wasn't the only one.
Lisa Bluder's passionate defense of Clark resonated across social media and sports networks, gradually shifting public opinion. People began to view Clark's success as more than an individual achievement. It became a symbol of the immense potential for growth in women's basketball. Bluder's most powerful statement, "When Caitlin's light shines, it shines on all of us," carried significance beyond the sport itself. It underscored the idea that success in women's sports isn't limited. The triumph of one player can pave the way for opportunities that benefit many others.
You can see the look on Clark's face when Stephanie White is in the picture. When Stephanie White was brought into the team, the way she celebrated the hire. You can see it in the footage, the two locked in the gym. And why is there that mutual respect? Well, Lisa Bluder elaborated on that a bit.
Clark's grounded nature, thanks in part to her supportive family, made it easier for coaches to maintain focus and avoid distractions. Together, they concentrated on their shared goal, reaching the Final Four and competing for a national championship. Bluder's steadfast support not only defended Clark, but also sparked broader discussions about the importance of rising stars in women's sports. Her words became a rallying cry, inspiring meaningful conversations about the future of women's basketball and the significance of elevating its stars.
One of the questions that came up was about Stephanie White, and here was what Bluder had to say in regards to that. The question was, the Fever have now brought in Stephanie White as their new coach. How do you think Stephanie can help Caitlin take the next step? Well, I think Stephanie as a pro coach probably saw her more than anybody because she was also doing television. She had a lot of our games. So she knew Caitlin better than all the other coaches. And I think she respected Caitlin more than the other coaches who hadn't been her around as much.
Lisa Bluder's defense of Caitlin Clark was just the beginning. As her words continued to resonate, another influential figure entered the spotlight. Stephanie White, the new head coach of the Indiana Fever. White, a decorated coach with an impressive track record, brings a unique connection to Clark and an understanding of her potential that could redefine her impact in the WNBA.
Caitlin always told me that she thought Coach White defended her better than anybody else in the pros. I know that Caitlin has great respect for Stephanie White, and I just think that knowing both of their personalities, they're going to mesh very well.
Fresh off a successful stint with the Connecticut Sun, where she led her team to back-to-back semifinal appearances, and earned Coach of the Year honors, Stephanie White has long been observing Clark's game. This mutual respect between coach and player became evident during White's introduction to the Fever. Clark's excitement about the hire was palpable, as seen in their interactions during practice sessions. Clark had hardly spoken when they met at the Winfrey's Hares near Kingston Park a few months before his passing, and Dave Thornton, homeward bound to the Fever, in conversation with Kennedy and White, had long been observed by Clark's game. This mutual respect between coach and player became evident during White's interactions during practice sessions.
It was also in that time feature on Caitlin Clark that that Stephanie White had an 8-page, I believe, scouting report on how to stop Clark.
White's expertise and vision for the game positioned her as a key figure in Clark's continued development. Her ability to channel Clark's immense talent into sustained success for the Indiana Fever could bring about transformative changes for the team and the WNBA as a whole.
Clark had asked Stephanie White for that, see it. So when you're a competitor like Caitlin Clark, and you're a basketball genius like Caitlin Clark, and you see what the other team is doing to take away what you do best, to make life hard for you, there is automatically a level of respect.
Together, Clark and White represent a promising future, not just for their franchise, but for the league and women's basketball on a larger scale. This growing partnership, combined with Bluder's enduring influence, serves as a testament to the collaborative efforts required to reshape the narrative of women's sports. Caitlin Clark's journey is more than a story of individual brilliance. It's a beacon of possibility for generations to come.
I mean, that's real recognized real, game recognized game, right? And then you go back to the roots of that relationship, and we've seen that. Like, you've seen Stephanie White talk about watching Caitlin Clark since she was young. You've seen Caitlin Clark talk about seeing Stephanie White at various games over the college years. We've heard Stephanie White discuss Caitlin Clark and bring up nothing but effusive praise.
Lisa Bluder, head coach at the University of Iowa, recently shared her thoughts on the Indiana Fever's hiring of Stephanie White and how it could shape Caitlin Clark's future in the WNBA. When asked how White might help Clark take the next step in her career, Bluder emphasized White's deep familiarity with Clark's game, cultivated through years of observing and analyzing her performances, both as a broadcaster and as a coach.
Having this care and, almost like maternal instincts in a sense over a player. I guess coach's instincts. I don't have to make it a mom thing because they're women players. You get the point. Just the way I would with anybody, anybody would with anybody that they've seen grow under them. And she saw that team grow and flourish under her tutelage. And now she's seen them go on to bigger and better.
Stephanie, as a pro coach and a television analyst, has probably seen more of Caitlin than anyone else. She knows her strengths, understands her challenges, and most importantly, respects her game in ways that many others might not, Bluder remarked. White's reputation as a meticulous strategist is well documented. Known for her detailed scouting reports, she once prepared an 8-page breakdown on how to defend Clark, earning Clark's admiration. Blunder noted, "Caitlin always told me she thought Coach White defended her better than anyone else. That level of respect is mutual. It's the foundation for what could be a powerful player-coach relationship."
She seems convinced about the Fever's future with Stephanie White leading the charge.
Since joining the Fever, White has already started working closely with Clark to refine her game. Reports of their early sessions hint at a chemistry that blends White's strategic expertise with Clark's relentless work ethic. White's excitement about her new role was palpable during her introductory press conference, where she spoke enthusiastically about both Clark and Aliyah Boston, the Fever's other rising star. "These two are incredible talents," White said. "They already do so much well, but there's so much room for growth. That's what excites me most, helping them reach their full potential." Clark, for her part, has expressed admiration for White's understanding of the game. She even requested to see White's detailed scouting report, underscoring her respect for the coach's analytical mind. As Bluter pointed out, when you're a competitor like Caitlin and see someone who truly gets how to challenge you, it creates an immediate connection. The Fever ended their 8-year playoff drought in 2024, thanks in large part to Clark's phenomenal rookie season. With White now steering the team, there's growing optimism that the Fever could soon become championship contenders. However, both coach and player understand the challenges ahead. Building a championship-caliber team takes time, patience, and unwavering dedication. Lisa Blutter, who has seen Clark grow from a promising college player to a WNBA star, believes the partnership with White has immense potential. They both share a vision for the game, and they speak the same basketball language. That's rare, and it's something special, Blutter said. As Clark and White embark on their journey together, the implications for women's basketball are profound. With Clark's star power drawing in new fans and White's strategic leadership poised to unlock the team's potential, the Fever's future looks brighter than ever. But the story isn't just about one team or one player, it's about the evolution of the sport itself. Women's basketball is no longer confined to the shadows of its male counterpart. It's stepping into the spotlight, driven by athletes like Caitlin Clark, who aren't just playing the game, they're transforming it. Clark is more than a player, she's a movement, a catalyst for change. Her game is electric, her passion undeniable, but it's her ability to spark conversations about equality, representation, and the growth of women's basketball that sets her apart. Every crossover, every no-look pass, and every buzzer beater serves as a reminder, this isn't just a game, it's a revolution. WNBA's future isn't just bright, it's groundbreaking. Stars like Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Sabrina Ionescu are proving that women's basketball is a force to be reckoned with. They're shattering ceilings, rewriting narratives, and bringing in a wave of new fans. Record-breaking viewership? Check. Sold-out arenas? Check. A generation of young athletes inspired to pick up a basketball and dream bigger? Absolutely. The Fever's journey, led by the dynamic duo of Clark and Stephanie White, is just the beginning. Their partnership is already making waves, with fans buzzing about what's to come. White, known for her analytical mind and relentless drive, has the vision to mold Clark's raw talent into something unstoppable. Meanwhile, Clark's hunger to grow and willingness to learn makes her the perfect player to bring that vision to life. But let's not sugarcoat it, the road ahead won't be easy. Building a championship team takes more than talent. It demands grit, perseverance, and a shared commitment to excellence. There will be setbacks, tough losses, and moments of doubt. Yet it's in those challenges where the magic happens. That's where champions are made. Clark's rookie season was a glimpse of her potential, a historic campaign that reignited hope for Indiana basketball. And now, with White steering the ship, the Fever aren't just looking to make the playoffs, they're dreaming of a championship. The synergy between Clark and White isn't just about building a culture of trust, innovation, and relentless pursuit of greatness. What makes this story so compelling is the ripple effect. Clark's success isn't hers alone. It's a win for her teammates, her fans, and women's basketball as a whole. As Lisa Blutter put it best, when Caitlin's light shines, it shines on all of us. That light is bright, illuminating opportunities and opening doors for countless others. And let's not forget the broader impact. Clark's rise is sparking conversations far beyond the basketball court. She's challenging stereotypes, breaking barriers, and proving that women's sports deserve the same respect, attention, and investment as men's. It's not just about points on a scoreboard. It's about changing hearts and minds. This is bigger than basketball. It's about representation, visibility, and the power of sport to unite and inspire. It's about a young girl watching Caitlin Clark drain a deep three and thinking, that could be me someday. An even better story, the Fever's journey is just getting started, but it's already clear that they're playing for something bigger than a championship. They're playing for the future of women's basketball. With stars like Clark leading the way, the possibilities are endless. Imagine a world where the WNBA is filling the biggest arenas, dominating primetime broadcasts, and inspiring millions worldwide. That's the future we're building together. So the question isn't just about what Clark and White will achieve in Indiana. It's about how we, as fans, can support this movement. Can we cheer louder, show up stronger, and amplify their voices? Are we ready to invest in the next generation of women's basketball and ensure their stories are told? History is waiting to be made. The best part? You're not just watching it, you're part of it. The revolution is here, and it's time to pick up the pace. Are you ready to stand with Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White, and the Indiana Fever as they reshape the game? Are you ready to help build a future where women's basketball shines as brightly as it deserves? Let's make it happen. The best is yet to come.